What's happening, guys? My name is OTG and I'd like to welcome you back to Bianchi Joy to Red Bull, and this is episode 18, round 18, here in Yas Marina for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, sponsored by Etihad, the Etihad Race Arena, or something like that. 14 laps, we'll be pitting on lap 16, 14 laps of this magnificent circuit, the circuit that starts in the late evening and finishes to the dead of night in the I don't know where, Middle Eastern, some will say. I'm not really good with where Abu Dhabi and all that area is, Dubai and all those sort of regions. I'm not really good. I think it's the Middle East and all that. Don't hang me up on that one. But going in now, lap 15th position, he dive bombs up the inside, which we know is a popular choice for this series. Going around now, just gets on the curb a little bit, but gets himself into 11th, then 10th, then round the outside of Grosjean for 9th position. Now his former rival, Kamui Kobayashi, is right ahead of him. So let's see if Jules can get into that position. He goes up the inside, makes a little bit of contact as Kamui just pushes him gives him no room. Then side by side with Roman, and then he goes up the inside, hugging the curb, and gets himself up into 8th position. And it's going to be a very, very long shot to see if Jules can get himself into 7th position. Alonso, I know they've got the same sort of engine, and they've both got the Ferrari power, but I'm not sure if he can get up. But later on in lap 1 he does, as he goes through to the hotel stage, just into the third sector, sorry, and later on to lap 3 now. Jules going into the first corner, a little bit wary, as we know it's not the easiest circuit in the world, but he's got 3 cars behind him all tearing down, and he overshots the corner. He goes in too deep and clips the curb and causes himself to hit the barrier, and he's now down in 10th position going into the pit stop now. Lap 6, Jules, his front left tyre has probably been the one that's not suffered the most, but the rest of his tyres, his rears especially, have suffered so much from this race. It's really, really difficult to get the balance in this car and make it all work beautifully. But Jules is not the only one. I believe there's more than one car. He's at a 3.5, doesn't get held up in the pits this time. Not a bad pit stop, but he could do better. Now we're going into the difficult stage where you've got to go underneath the racetrack and then cut the corner a little bit and just get onto that line to hopefully get yourself the best time out of this pit stop, because the pit stop stages are so crucial, because if you make a mistake in that pit lane you can lose a lot of time. And as he exits the pits, he does go a little bit wide and clips onto the curb now. Going on to lap 9, he makes a mistake and he's side by side with Nico Rosberg, sorry, and Nico just sideswipes him and completely takes him out, and then his teammate behind him just completely goes into the back of him and loses his front left wheel just completely. His car just is split in two. But that, for some reason, Jules gets a penalty, when I personally believe it was Nico's fault. Nico didn't give him enough room. He just completely sideswiped him and just said, well, this is my position. So Nico should have got the penalty, not Jules, but because Jules is behind him, Codemasters come up with the logic and said, it's your fault. When Nico should have been more consistent and thought, I'm not going to just cut him up here, because he's obviously going to try and go up the inside. I'm going to take a wider line here. They were side by side, he had every right to be there, and in my opinion Nico should be punished, not him. But obviously it's AI, and we all know that Codemasters like to lick the bumsack of Nico Rosberg. Well, sorry, that's Pirelli. Sorry about that one. But it's a little bit out of order, and then a safety car is deployed. And I'm just thinking, wow, what an very weird race. He's down in 13th now after that pit stop stage. His teammates going out of the race. Could we be finishing a race with a safety car? That's the most important thing. But later on, lap 12, the safety car is going to come in. So we're going to have 2 laps of pure out and out speed. Can he keep up? Well, Stilian Petros behind him in 14th. Good job by that car. But the green flags mean that we are resuming racing, using some of his curves going into the rich fuel mixture. Going through here 1 minute and 6 seconds slower than his fastest lap. Not too bad, not too bad. I mean, could have got it down to 1 minute and 4 seconds, but he did get some wheel spin. And now going through into the third corner, going into the fourth corner, the full long right-hander. If you get it right, you get that corner beautifully. But we can see the speed difference there. Cold tyres just couldn't keep up with Nico Rosberg, but he does get away from the rest, and Senna's in 14th. He didn't really have a place in this race, Jules. He didn't really expect to be in any position. But there we see a Red Bull off the track, and it's Sebastian Vettel. How crucial is this? He wants to prove that he should have a place at Red Bull. Well, now going side by side with Vettel, who takes a different line and goes off the runoff area into the AstroTurf, and that puts Jules into 12th position. Just imagine if we didn't have that safety car, where he could have been. I mean, it's just a weird race, and Mark Webber wins it for the Red Bull boys, but they've got a car in 1st and 13th, sorry, and fantastic race for Jules. 12th position, he had a safety car. Not the best of races, but he he showed good signs, and he beat a Red Bull, and that's always great for him. As we come to the season, there's not much for him to be aiming for, but to beat one of the cars that he wants to be at is okay. Look, there's Lewis Hamilton in 7th position. Drivers to look out: Petrov ended up in 16th. De La Rosa was down in 17th. Kobayashi 15th. Nothing too special there. It's all going to depend now on whether or not Jules can get himself into that top 10 period. But he's down in 13th position in the battle. He's going to need something very spectacular to get past Perez. But it looks like how tight it is between the between Pastor Maldonado, Felipe Massa and Jules Bianchi. Kimi Kobayashi is completely out of it. But guys, at this stage, I just like to say thank you guys for watching. My name is OTG. I'll see you guys very shortly for some more news, views, and of course Jules Bianchi's Road to Red Bull here on my channel. Bye guys.